A plane named Jesus was passing over the Kalahari Desert. 5 people sitting in it were having a memorable journey of their life. Only a few people are really lucky to see the views of wildlife and deserted desert on the ground from the sky. But this beautiful journey of his was soon going to be a turning point in his life, in the middle of Kalahari, where it is impossible for a human being to live. There suddenly an issue with their ship happened, and the pilot got the plane to Graceland. When once again in TV videos, the sentence Kalahari Desert in South Africa is spread over an area of 9,000 square kilometers, the world's small and big. Desert is considered. It is not as happy as the African Sahara, and for this reason, there are 320 different types of white-like fun, including one of the predatory animals, including lions, cheetahs, and wild dogs. There is white-like fun in which one talks about predatory animals, including lions, cheetahs, and wild dogs. Elephants are also involved who do not tolerate anyone in their area. To see this world life, people from all over the world go for desert safari in South Africa. Now, why the gadget is so big that it is shared among 3 countries of South Africa, in which Botswana has the biggest lion of Kalahari Desert. What should I do with capital? Carl Dew, the exiting YouTube director of a courier company in Plessis, wanted to take a private plane Chanakya to his friends, to a village Monami, 600 kilometers away, showing them spectacular views of the Kalahari Desert. The purpose of this group of his was to cover a business event along with the adventure. In this flight, his friend Miklik and his wife sent notices including Nat Nikolic to Map Gar, and pilot of another ship, Gosht Markanda, 414. This ship, I got 5 people very excited to ride. As soon as you saw the ship had left for Mohan, passing over the Kalahari. This journey was of 2 hours, but after only 1 hour I was very nervous before 2 o'clock. She saw oil leaking from one wing of the plane. At first she thought it was normal, but then she couldn't bear it, and she shared this with her husband, due to which the oil was leaking. Pilots. There is no danger in this because the Chashma 414 still had 1 engine left because the air here is very thin and happy due to the scorching heat in the African desert. For this reason, in order to maintain the plane's attitude, the power record plane of both engines was now slowly coming down. The pilot came to the Cameroon control tower in an emergency, contacted but had no luck. He said that yesterday in the middle of the diet even the radio had stopped working. Now there was only one way to save the ship, that it had got it landed at any place by itself. This aircraft was also at a very low attitude. This is the reason why the pilot has to find a landing soon. Only the pilot down, only small big. Nothing could be seen except rocks and bushes. No, there was no plane place. Now there was only one option, and that was to save his life. Pilot asked everyone to come to the press council, told Co and get the ship cross-lined in the middle of the bushes. Sitting inside before Graceland happened. Passengers only remembered that when they got very close to the ground, show them herds of many animals running away. When everyone regained consciousness in Chintu, only prayer and the limit of fire had burnt their hands all around, and don't worry that lunch might have been damaged. He was not breathing. Everyone together pulled the net out of the plane and made it stand straight with the help of pain. Apart from these 2, none of the other 3 seemed serious. He had just taken care of himself when the fuel taken from the plane caught fire, and the entire film ended in a loud bang. Let us tell you here that every film has an emergency transponder which sends the location of the plane to the control tower in case of radio failure. When the pilot made it clear that there is no emergency transponder in the Faisal 414, then it was as if the ground had gone out from under everyone's feet. This meant that in such a big budget, his location is no longer known to anyone. Tomorrow, Harry's someone is deserted. In such a situation, these people were trapped in the middle of the trees. With 9 now left with nothing to drink and nothing to eat, 9 sends the 2 men to the control tower as quickly as possible. When the pilot made it clear that the Decision 414 does not have an emergency transponder, it was like under the feet of everyone, whether the land is gone or not. This meant that in such a big budget, his location is no longer known to anyone. Tomorrow, Harry's someone is deserted. In such a situation, these people were trapped in the middle of the trees. Where the 9 had nothing left to drink and nothing to eat, the 2 was complete because he was hanging between life and death. Everyone had the same hope that soon a rescue team would come and get them out of here. But the rescue team will come only when they know. Even if the rescue team starts searching for them in this wilderness without the location, even then it may take several days for them to reach here. In the meantime, the day began to set and he used the eye of the plane to set a bonfire. The whole night the voices of other animals kept coming to them from the bushes, but perhaps it was the bonfire that kept the animals away. Now the second day had started, but there was no sign of the rescue team far and wide. The condition of 500 was going from bad to worse. Due to the hydration, their streets were happy. Early in the morning, he started drinking the water that fell on the leaves. But now only a few quarries have given that the sun is on the head. Brother hungry, in the meantime, he heard the sound of a ship from a distance, in the hope that the rescue team has reached here. He fixed his eyes on the sky. They saw that a passenger plane was passing over them. They made a little sound of smoke, but it was all useless because to notice them from such a height is almost nameless. You and I were seeing this same death. Wherever they are lying, they will die of hunger and thirst. And if it comes out, it might become a victim of animal hunger. Eventually, Executive Director Carl and the pilot decide to help in this dangerous desert. This decision was very dangerous, but there was no other option left. They left behind the injured comrades in search of help. The second day was also about to end. First, the condition of the flashlight, the net, and the net is getting worse now. It rained all day today. The heat had dehydrated them a lot. On the other hand, Kale and Pilot also did not find any significant clue of water even after walking the whole day. It suddenly rained on the night of the second day, but it was only for a short time. Cricket side injured should not be able to collect water in anything. Now 2 days had passed since the plane crash and the pilot course continued to walk in the desert and trying hard. But he has the courage to see a human being or a reservoir of water. Now he has started reading whether he is going in the right direction or not. Nate, on the other hand, at the Crest site, will now start reading panic attacks due to extreme dehydration and a damaged lunch as he has been standing upright for the last 2 days. He decided to go into the forest alone. He went a little further than the rainwater, reading at night. With great difficulty, there was not even a glass of water, which was drunk by sharing dreams. Everyone spent the third and fourth day as if they had lost their courage and were just waiting for their death. Worms had spread on the wound of the planet, while on the other hand, Carl and Pilot Costa were walking continuously for the last 4 days. It was also a miracle that she had not yet fallen victim to any wild animal without her experience in this miser. At the end of the 5th day, Carl and Pilot are shown the roof of 18 from afar. Firstly, he felt that it might be of use to him because he had had such thoughts many times before on the way. It was actually a hand with a girl sitting inside it. Seeing this, his life came to life. He first quenched his thirst there and narrated the entire episode to his control tower by video. The rescue team has already taken them to Kalahari, was searching, but due to not knowing the exact location, he was looking for them in other parts of the t-shirt. On the morning of the 6th day of the crash, the 3 friends had almost passed out at the Crest site that the rescue team finally reached Graphite and the sound of the helicopter calling out to them. The survivors of this plane crash say that reaching there just a few seconds before the death of the country's booking is no less than a miracle. Kale and Pilot Kofta really leave their friends and go for help turned out to be a good decision. All the people involved in this accident survived, but after 2 years the pilot lost his life in another plane crash. You people also like and share this video of Jab TV. Where are your loving comments? Thank you very much. See you in the next great video. Please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thank you.